And thanks again so much, man, for today. Some people can't, like just like after Inoue did what he did to Fulton, some people start to compare him to Pacquiao. And now after Crawford did what he did to Spence, some people can't help but think about, him and Floyd Mayweather. What do you think of that comparison? I mean, I know Mayweather still has, more accomplishments as of right now than Crawford, but Crawford, the way he looked last Saturday, would that have been a very competitive fight in their primes? And how do you compare them a little bit?
I talked about this years ago. Everybody thought I was crazy. I talked about this probably 5-6 years ago, bro. I talked about Crawford and Mayweather. And I will say this again. Terence Crawford would beat upon Mayweather. And I'm not saying this. I said this 5 years ago, before you saw this destruction. I'm telling you right now, okay? He would beat him. Yes, it would be a competitive fight. It would be. But Crawford, master thinker, just like Floyd. The advantage that Floyd has is that he has great defense. The advantage that Crawford has is that he not only can fight orthodox, he's versatile. He can switch to the southpaw stance. And we all know that Floyd don't like to fight southpaws. We know that. He don't like to fight southpaws. Yes, he's beaten some southpaws, some good ones in his career, but a lot of these guys have gave him some problems. They gave him issues. Zab Judah gave him some issues early on, and then he made the adjustment. But what happens when you have a guy just as smart as you are and able to make adjustments like Crawford? Come on, man. I'm telling y'all. What happens when you have a guy that can hurt you with either hand? A guy that's powerful and strong like Crawford. A guy that's quick as Crawford. A guy that can fight you in the pocket. A guy that knows how to execute that Philly shell. He knows how to bust through that. Trust me. He knows. I got Terence Crawford. And it's nothing against Floyd. Floyd is one of my favorite fighters of all time. He's a fantastic fighter. But I'm just saying, skill for skill. Floyd, we know he's a defensive master. He is. Great feet, quickness, agility. He would be Crawford's I would say toughest opponent, no doubt about it. And vice versa. No doubt about it. But I will give the edge, just my opinion, and nobody has to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me, America, or people, the world. But in my opinion, my expert opinion, and knowing both fighters extremely well. And trust me, Crawford knows Floyd Mayweather. He's watched him. What do you think he got? Where do you think he got a lot of his inspiration from? Was watching Floyd. Trust me, he knows. I just think that he'll have enough to beat Floyd, and he'll have enough to gain respect and hurt Floyd too, and hurt him too. We saw Shane hurt him. Crawford, trust me, man. Crawford, when he touches you, bro, you're gonna feel it. So I would say Crawford will win a close decision to Floyd Mayweather. I don't think he knocks him out, but I think he'll win a close decision. I want to know what everybody else thinks.
Those are the words of Timothy Bradley, as you guys just heard. And he said now, like he said 4 or 5 years ago, that Terence Crawford would beat Floyd. No. Pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. Right? And let me counterpunch. It's a shame. It's a shame that this fight wouldn't be or can't be tested. Floyd's 46 years old. Terence Crawford's 35. Terence Crawford's active. Floyd is not. He's doing exhibitions, living life like it's golden. So we'll never know. But we'll never know anyway, because this is a prime Mayweather. Prime Mayweather is what? How many years ago? I mean, how many years ago was Floyd in his prime? 2010? 8? 9? Right? So, I mean, Floyd's been around a long time. Floyd learned how to adapt from a style that him being damaged. Pretty boy Floyd was the guy that gave birth to money, because Money had to adapt from all the aggressiveness and the punches and the throwing, the punches landed, and the amount of punches that Floyd used to throw compared to what he had to resort to. You know, the punches that he had to revert to throwing was a fraction of the punches that he throwed before. So that being said, fighting someone like Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather, I don't see, even though Floyd himself said Terence Crawford reminds him of a Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather, I think he's more seasoned at this point. Like, are we talking about the Terence Crawford right now? The Terence Crawford right now taking on Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather. As tempted as I am to just saying and to agree with Timothy Bradley, I don't know if Terence will be in that type of fight. But here's the thing. I've never seen Terence pressured and felt uncomfortable. Because I've seen, and see, when we think about Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather, we have to also revert, how big was Floyd then? Floyd was that faster, smaller fighter, okay? He was that smaller guy. So saying that and understanding he was quicker, Floyd's fast anyway, but then, you know, these rapid fire punches, the reflex, those cat-like, you know, with Floyd's, you know what I mean? And it's just like, whoa, okay, wait a minute. Fighting someone like Floyd, because Pretty Boy was a very aggressive guy that had a mentality like Terence. See, Terence is taking all these guys out. That's exactly what Pretty Boy used to do back then. See, Money will just box you 12 rounds. Pretty Boy will get you out of there. He will beat you, or he will beat those fighters and make the trainer, corner, the ref, or the doctor stop that fight, because he'll be hitting you that much, okay? He'll be all cylinders with you. And somebody like Terence Crawford pressing him like Pretty Boy would, it would be kind of a similarity of how Floyd fought Zab Judah. It would be like that, but then here's the deal. Is Terence Crawford better than Zab Judah? Like, is he? And Zab was amazing back then. People forget. See, this is what people do. If you haven't been watching boxing as long as me, you won't know what the hell I'm talking about. You just won't. You won't know that Zab Judah whooped Floyd's ass and dropped Floyd for 6 rounds of that fight. Zab ran out of gas, and when he ran out of gas, he got frustrated, and when he got frustrated, he started filing. When he started filing, you know, he lost the fight. You know what I mean? He was going to lose it anyway, you know, based on the files that he did, but he lost his cool. So he couldn't outthink Floyd. He had just as much talent, if not more talent than Floyd, but he couldn't outthink Floyd. You know, that's the separates really good from great. You see what I mean? But Terence is a different animal, and I think if you press Terence, Terence will just fight you. Okay? A lot of people done it. Jose Benavidez done it. Who else done it? Mean Machine done it, and we all know what happened with both of those fighters. A lot of people, Yoriokas Gamboa, you know, he tried to come back and make it a, you know, like a shoe shine fight, and Terence was throwing those counter blows. That's what took Yoriokas out of the game, because he was getting hit with shots that were knockout shots that had knockout written all over them, and that's why he got knocked out. And I can see what Timothy Bradley's talking about, though, because, see, when Floyd starts opening them up, and when he starts opening them up, okay, when he starts doing that, it's like Terence then goes into a certain different mode, because he knows if a guy's attacking him at will, he's trying to execute a certain result. He's trying to take Terence out, just like Yoriokas tried, and then Terence then will look for counters. See, the worst thing you could do with Terence is try to fight him, because see, Terence loves to fight. And Terence knows how to counter, but he's not just going to counter like Floyd. Floyd will sit there, you know what I mean, and throw you a little something and then get back in position. No, Terence, what Terence will do, not only will he hit you with a shot, but he'll hit you with 2 or 3, then 4 or 5. And if he hits you with 4 or 5, you're on the canvas. You know, see Errol Spence. See, he's not playing games with you. And I think if Pretty Boy fights a seasoned Terence Crawford right now, Terence won't fight. He won't fight at will. He won't throw that many punches unless he knows those punches are going to land. And the jab, like Timothy Bradley's talking about, that can nullify any Philly shell. Okay? And Terence has that. That fight will be phenomenal. I think it would be the toughest fight, because Pretty Boy Floyd is one of those guys that don't know defeat, never knew defeat, even when he was money. But let's think about a fight of this magnitude. Let's think about Castillo. Castillo was bigger. He added the pressure to Floyd, and he gave Floyd problems. And he did that. He did that because he knew exactly what to do, how to press Floyd. And a lot of people think Castillo beat Floyd Mayweather. But I think Terence Crawford is a kind of guy that doesn't know defeat in it anyway. But it's just so tempting. As tempting as I want to say that he will beat him, I think, this is what I think. I don't think Terence Crawford would win a unanimous decision or nothing like that. It would have to be a split decision because it would have to be close, but I don't see that happening that way, because I think Terence Crawford would have to 100% knock out Floyd. He will have to stanky leg Floyd just like Sugar Shane Mosley did. I think he would have to do that, okay? And I think him doing so would have to stop him, because I just don't see him doing that to Pretty Boy, because Pretty Boy was very versatile. His athleticism, I think, is better than Terence's, and I think because of that, look, they would test each other, and that would probably be the fight of the fucking millennium. Not Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Trinidad, but this fight that we're talking about. And I will leave you guys at that. I think Terence would have to find a way to knock him out. Now, would he do that? He's going to have to. You know, because what Floyd will do, if Floyd sees that Terence Crawford is trying to look for something to hurt him, his thinking brain will know, this guy's trying to hurt me, so I won't put myself in a situation where this guy is going to hurt me, so I will limit the things that I do. See, Floyd also knows, you know, hey, I know how to pure box. Now, here's the question, okay? I know this is long, but I have to break it down. The Pretty Boy Floyd, the aggressive Floyd, did he have the wisdom when he was Pretty Boy to know these things? He was a superb fighter. He was very athletic. He was very aggressive, and he threw punches and bunches. But did he know when to get hurt? See, when Pretty Boy Floyd got hit by Sugar Shane Mosley, that was in 2010, you know, and that's when he was still there. But he did make the adjustments, didn't he? But he did not put himself in the same situation that he put himself in. So I want to give Floyd the benefit of the doubt. Floyd I think could outbox anybody, and I think he would make it a boxing match instead of a TC Terence Crawford show. Okay, because if he doesn't, he's going to get knocked out by Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is a guy that puts you out and takes you out, because that's his overall mentality: finish you. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Timothy Bradley picking Terence Crawford to stop a prime Floyd Mayweather. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!